Welcome back to the Velocity Chaos Podcast Season 3. We're coming at you with a new format, new things, new ideas, and a new studio space. That's right, we are here for you each week, twice a week, coming at you. Let's get to it.
Crazy Bones,
Griffonage,
and Space Bunnies.
Welcome to another episode of Velocity Hello and welcome back to the Velocity Chaos Podcast, everybody. We are coming to you at the speed of sound on these sweet airwaves from the Hexapod Soundhouse and the Hexapod Table in Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Luke, and I am joined by the wonderful, magnificent, my co-host Nick.
I am so happy to be here. This is going to be an awesome start to something new formats, new ideas, and I'm just excited to be here for episode 101. But I couldn't be more happy to introduce our one and only, our tried and true DJ Star Command in the studio.
What's going on? I'm glad you guys didn't bring in a new DJ. I'm excited to be here, guys.
No, you're the only one for us. But Luke, we got a lot of new stuff to talk about, so hit us with it.
Oh boy, what we got for you today. We got some nostalgia. We're going crazy in the bones. Then I got a question. Do you know what it means? Griffonage coming at you. And then we're going to pitch a movie here to our DJ Star Command here from his producer studio. All that and more on this episode. And just a reminder for our returning listeners and a note for our new friends that here at the Velocity Chaos Podcast, we explore the highest heights of human knowledge and the lowest depths of crude humor. Our mission is to tickle that pink thing between your ears, poke that frontal lobe, or sometimes just smash the laugh box. So buckle in and strap on for an infotainment ride across the airwaves.
And before we get into it, just a reminder to follow us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod and on Facebook. Also, you can drop us some stars on Apple Podcasts, some love on Spotify, and toss us a sub on YouTube, as always. Thank you for your support. Let's do it.
Got it. It's tight. Tight here. It's tight. We're learning things. We're moving things. We're shaking the rust off here. And I think one way we can shake the rust off is by making the connection.
Nice.
DJ Star Command, you got. He's gonna pull out the D6s here. He's gonna roll that. That's gonna give us a number of turns it takes to get from word A to B. But you want to roll them cubies?
I do. Let's hit you with them D6 actions.
Ooh.
We got you hit with those low numbers. We got a 3 and a 3, which we know equals 6.
4.
Dang, doubles. Roll again. Doubles. So in 6 turns, Nick and I are going to go back and forth from 2 words. DJ Star Command, what are the 2 words?
I'd like you to make the connection between jail and barbecues.
Oh, boy. All right. So starting with jail, not counting, I will give it to you, Nick. Jail.
Bars.
Drinking.
Cups.
Wait, what's this? What's the word
Barbecue.
again?
Barbecue.
Okay,
Barbecue.
my bad. Okay, cups. Picnic.
Ooh. Grills.
Barbecue.
All right, I think we did pretty good.
All right.
We were really nervous about him coming back for this first one, and it was just like, we're good.
See, I knew it was barbecue when we started, but you said bar, and I was like, wait a second, aren't we supposed to get to bar?
It should have been bar, B, and Q's.
Yeah.
No, we got it. We get it.
Third of the way, yeah.
All right. Well, cool. I feel warmed up, and that's really good because I want to take us back. Like the first episode of season 2, I'm going to throw in some nostalgia here and try to just make us feel a little bit warm and fuzzy today. I wanted to talk about Gogo's Crazy Bones.
Ooh. I remember those commercials. You roll them out there.
You roll them out there. Do you remember what these are, DJ?
I do. They're the little like chunky plastic Johnnies. That
I'm so happy you do, because
I'm right on the cusp. Like
when I asked Luke about it, he was just like, no, that's for children.
I
I'm
always
like,
saw commercials.
I was like, exactly, that's for children. When I was a child, I love these things. So if you guys have never seen them, Gogo Crazy Bones are essentially a modern form of Knuckle Bones, which was a game that eventually evolved into Jacks. Now we play them with like metal, the little Jacks, the little 6-pointed, I think, Jacks.
Yeah, we play it way back in 1920.
Yeah, we were all the kids were doing it back then. I remember being out there with my barrel hoop, rolling it down the street with a stick. Good old times. Yeah, before all this technology and stuff. But essentially, Knuckle Bones were just an idea, like a game that was designed around sheep knuckles, like literally just the pieces of their hoof that you could like collect in a bag and carry around with you as a game. So essentially, the Knuckle Bones have had many different formats. You can play it in different types. The most general form is like a big circle like the size of this table, and you spread out the Knuckle Bones inside of it, and you bounce a ball, and as it's in the air, you got to try to grab a jack in your hand and then catch the ball in your hand. I didn't know this, but like typically you'd play it sequentially. So it's kind of like billiards where you have to go,
you get one. Then
what is
two,
that,
then
9-ball?
Get 9-ball, you go in order.
Yeah. So
okay.
That's how Knuckle Bones is played. But what happened, brief story about this. America in the 90s was just pristine. We talked about 90s vans. We talked about, we were 90s kids, but like American business in the 90s was crazy because they were just like, hey, that'll sell.
Yeah.
we'll put $50,000 of P&A money in that and it'll sell.
Hey, these are the parents these are the people whose parents bought pet rocks. Okay, they're like
Chia
everyone's
pets?
suckers.
What were those things called? Chia pets? What was the thing where you pour the water in it?
Oh yeah.
Like grows an afro.
They got the little porcupine or whatever. And,
Exactly, the hedgehogs.
hedgehog. Yeah.
So anyway, this American businessman goes to Spain in like 1997, and he like rolls into this toy convention. And there's like, I just picture it, a booth just being bombarded by like buyers from around the world who are just like, you gotta like, give me the stuff, give me the rights to like distribute your stuff. And so he just is like, same thing, like, oh, this will sell. And so he buys the rights to distribute these things called Gogo's Crazy Bones, which was made by this Spanish company called Magic Box. And essentially, he brought it back to the United States and started to sell them here. And I wanted to point this out that he actually had his headquarters in Cleveland, Ohio.
All
right.
So this and so this guy, I'm looking up his name really quick. I had it over here. So they had sold at that point Magic Box in like Spain. They had already sold like 350 million packs in Europe. So it was already crushing it over there. And this guy, Peter Gantler, he went over and brought him back into the United States and set up shop here in Cleveland, Ohio. And essentially, it was really cool because he very early on in the process gamified it, right? Like collect all 60 of the original Crazy Bones. Yeah. And essentially, each one of the 60 Crazy Bone figurines had a different name and had a different like personality. So I'm like looking through here. There's like Music. There's Smiley, Eggy, which is one of the most famous ones. Four Eyes was my favorite because he was literally just like two heads like mirrored, but they're all like Tubby and just these funny names all over the map. Chef, I had him a lot, and I had Big Mouth. So like
that's how you sell. Yeah, you gotta have the little intricacies. You gotta make people want it. You grow an affinity to a certain one, or you make it rare, and then you're like, yeah, that's the one I want. Mom, can I get this one?
Yeah,
like dude, they had just come out with like Pokemon cards like a year before. So like everything's collectible. Everything like Pogs were a thing back then.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
The whole deal.
Oh, can I get busy bone? Can I get crazy bone? Can I get lazy bone?
Yeah, yeah,
can I get
yeah.
flesh and bone?
Wait, what?
Flesh and bone.
Can I get wishbone?
Can I?
Bone.
So essentially, what this was doing was gamifying this collectability. So U.S. and Canada market opened up, and they targeted fairs and in-person events, and they were really smart. They actually ended up getting a lot of distribution through like Boy Scouts of America, because you could take it with you to the camp and you could just play it and you could trade them and all this stuff. Because a pack, you'd buy them for like $2.50, which in the 90s was like $10.
Well, at first they were probably like, "Hey, let's sell some cookies or maybe some brownies or something." And then this guy's like, "No. I got an idea. You ever heard of the game Jacks? We're gonna turn Jacks into little action figures, and we're gonna sell these."
Yeah. And if they lose them in the wilderness, they'll just stay there forever because they're not like cookies. They're a bear's gonna eat it and shit it out. It's like just plastic figurines that are just littering these campsites forever and ever.
It's a lesson.
It's a lesson learned.
Yeah.
Anyway, like each pack would come with like 5 or so and different one, and like they all came in different like acrylic plastic colors. So that was the other thing, is like you could build a set, so you could get all pink of all 60 of the originals, or you could get it's kind of like Rummy, where you could be like, I'm out for Eggies and I'm trying to get all 6 colors of Eggies.
Yeah.
You know, so it was just
Oh my
yeah.
God! You know, this transferred into video games with all these microtransactions. Like, I gotta get this skin, I gotta get this skin for this guy. Oh wait, I could get these achievements and now have all gold guns. And like, oh, they knew this and they're feeding on it.
Yeah.
and now they just expanded it so much.
Ubisoft is built on the shoulders of people like Peter Gantner, you know, the grandfather of commercialized gamification in America. So anyway, it was crazy because most of this was word of mouth. So most of their like marketing budget was just giving out free samples, which were only like 5 little units. And those are just plastic little things. So you're giving it away, and that way the product is already in the person's hand, right? And then they just start trading and being a part of it.
Well, what they do is they print them, and then to get your painting or your crazy bone badge, you give them to your troop, and then they have to paint them, and you get your painting badge. Like you get free work out of it, and then now sell them. You get your selling badge. Like, man, this is process.
Just Boy Scout sweatshops, just like changing the colors of like, we could sell like an Eggy line of like gold if you just like paint a bunch of them. You just got Boy Scout sweatshops,
and if you do enough, you'll get your eagle bone badge.
So anyway, at the height, like they were driving like $17 million of revenue a year.
Dang.
across these crazy bones.
Would this sell on Shark Tank?
They'd be like fighting each other, like punching each other in the face. It's mine. So they started in 1996 and ran all the way through 2019. Those OG ones were the ones I remember. Now they have them. They're like kind of painted. I don't like them as much because
you're 30.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm 30.
You're out with your wife at a steak dinner, and you're like playing like, babe, put your friggin' bones away.
Put your bones away.
I'm trying to collect them. God.
If I play Johnny over there, I could get all gold ones.
Ask the waiter, hey, like, do you have any? You want to trade?
You got bones?
You got bones? The chef in the back has bones?
Yeah, anyone?
Come with me. Come with me now. He opens up a door in the back. Yeah, I got bones, dude.
He comes over, he spills like a drink. Oh, sorry, sir. You have to come with me here. I'll clean you up in the back. Okay, we're clear.
What do you got? So I just wanted to go through this because I love gamification stuff, and then I want to get into some of the collectability really quick. But essentially, there was 60 in the OG pack, so like there were 1 through 60, and they all came in different colors. So it's basically like multiply 60 by maybe 6 colors, and that was what you're gonna get. Then they essentially opened it up to a series called Things, which was 61 through 120. So they just added another 60. And those were like objects that had eyes and mouths, that like a soccer ball, a baseball, thing like that. And then they did the new generation, which was 121 through 240. So they then quadrupled it and just added another 120.
They're way behind the Pokemon scheme formula. But hey, they're doing their thing.
Yeah, I get it. Like you gotta have the numbers to back it up. But it was funny because like you're designing them, they go to the molding, and then all of a sudden you're just like cranking them out.
Yeah.
They also had spin-offs. So they had sports, and then they had aliens, which was I don't know if you guys remember those. Those started showing up in the little quarter turn machines.
Oh yeah.
And they were just the aliens with the big black eyes, like doing different things. And then they did Sports Round 2 and had a spin-off with that. They eventually had a partnership with McDonald's.
That's genius.
So they were doing that and like the full like the Happy Meal stuff. And then they even had a couple like big toy chain stores, like they were chains of toy stores. There's an easier way to say that.
We get there.
Yeah, we get there. And they actually did like specific lines called Zaniac and Brainiac for Zany Brainy toy stores, which was hilarious because they were like, let's take our name, divide it in 2, and then we'll have 4 series of each. It's just numbers at this point.
Well, that's the thing. You got to make things exclusive.
Exactly.
That's the thing. You pit people against each other.
Yeah. So all in, there was about 400 total Crazy Bones in like in the primo generations. Like once you start getting into the late 2010s, it starts to just become like a total cash grab, just spinning around. Like it lost the uniqueness, the organic kind of the organic feel to it. It became too much
That 90s creativity.
Yeah, exactly. It lost it.
I wonder if there is someone out there that just has like a whole basement full, like shelves on shelves on shelves of Crazy Bones, and like, yeah, I won this one back in '97 on the streets. Timmy Martin. Oh boy, we went 7 rounds. I remember this one. That's real keeper.
It got bloody. I remember Timmy was on the ground, just like telling war stories to his grandkids. Just Crazy Bones, man. It was crazy. But to your point, there's 2 things off of that. One, it's like, what if this is a movie we got to pitch to the DJ someday? Just like the Crazy Bone Killer. Coming to you July 24th, 2028. And it's just like this guy who his MO is he just like the detective comes in, they're inspecting the body, and they open up the mouth, and there's like a crazy bone like in there.
Just when you thought it was crazy, things get crazier.
Just when you thought it was safe to go into the playground. But anyway, really quick, I wanted to get into the collectibles off of your comment there because this is where it gets good. Collectibles and legacy. Here we go. Rare singles. You ready for this? I'm going to start off at the low end.
Okay.
So a Miro K, which was like a little character who has like a sweatband on. This was one of the later models, but kind of a rare release. You guys want to take a guess? You want me to just go with it?
What do we get?
I'll give you a hint. It's 2 digits.
Oh,
the price?
Yeah.
$17.
29.
The DJ Star Command is a little closer. $36.
Okay.
Wow.
Which, if you think about it, if you get 5 in a pack of for $250, it's like 50 cents. That just turned into $36. Glow in the dark Eggy is a little more.
Okay.
Still 2 figures.
54.
47.
DJ missed this one. It's 51.
Ooh.
So you were over a little bit.
Okay.
Q-Mac, which was a basketball player, $78.
Okay.
Woo.
And then there was a limited release in Canada of like 7 Toronto Blue Jays. Like they had a partnership with the Toronto Blue Jays. It was 7 figurines. So this one I found online, Toronto Blue Jays number 4, 3 digits.
250.
Okay.
125.
It was 140. Still, $140 for a piece of plastic.
Yeah, if you have that in your basement, pull that out. Maybe you can make some bones off it.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
So you could also collect lots, which was what I was talking about before, all of one color or collections of it. This is where things get, a little more interesting. There's a lot for $100 from the OG series, which was like all pink, $100 for 60 of them. Or there was a character collection, which was what?
$100 for 60. So that's like selling it for like a $1.20 a piece or something.
Yeah.
$1.40.
Yeah, pretty much. And then there was a pack of 6 rare eggies for $200. $200 for the whole set. And that was it. There was accessories. So there was carrying pouches, just like old knuckle bones. There was lunch boxes, a handheld Game Boy ripoff, which was just like a Tetris version of Crazy Bones. And they were even planning to launch like a band, kind of like the Wiggles or whatever, Be Too Crazy.
Yeah, then they already found Bone Thugs existed.
Oh, we got to back off. Yeah. That label's going to sue us. And then finally, I found this. There was a play-in TV show in the mid-2000s. It was like an animated show, and I actually found the pilot, and I watched it. And I don't know why they didn't make it. They would have made a lot of money.
Like Beyblades or something.
It was kind of like that. It was like 3D. They all had characters. They all lived on a planet Gogo.
Yeah.
And essentially, like, they were coming to Earth to, like, take our stuff and go back. Now that I think about it, I'm like, the moral of the story couldn't have landed very well, right? Because it's like, let's go steal from Earth.
Could have been like some warrior race or warrior planet or something. We got to go into the battle dome or something, the battle sphere, and we got the Eggy Bones. Like he's gonna show up. He's not showing up. And then then like
Eggy has shattered.
Yeah, it just gets all deep, and then they show up with the other bones and.
So you're talking like HBO Max version of Knuckle Bones or Crazy Bones. I'm here for it. So anyway, thanks for walking down memory lane with me. I actually remember just like having a couple bags with my brother and good little memories, like going to the store with my dad in the middle of like the dark winter nights, for the grocery store, and he's just like, "Hey son, pick something out." Knuckle Bones.
Really? The bones. I remember Pog. Probably the cheaper version, just cardboard.
Piece of cardboard.
Put cardboard, punch out, make your own, put a sticker on there. Bam, you got your slammer. Sounds all the same derivation, like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. After that topic, I want to stand up, run around, and throw some spaghetti on the wall. But I didn't, and I won't, because I'm sitting on chair. Chair is a piece of modern technology that has been scientifically crafted over centuries, and now it has been mastered to perfectly fit your tushy. Nothing has ever been kinder to your keister, nothing more benevolent to your bottom, and nothing less painless on your anus. Chair is there to support you when you need it most. You can use chair as a seat, a shelf, or even a clothes rack. There are so many possibilities to the uses of chair that you'd be a real butthead if you didn't take advantage of this deal on chair. Buy one chair and get 3 free, but only if you use code VCSEAT at checkout. Even if you don't want the other 3 chairs, they will send them anyways because one chair is just lonely. This is not actual product, service, or idea, just in case you thought it was not. If there is something out there with the same name, we are unaware, have no affiliation, offer no judgment on the actual product, service, or idea. And that takes us into, what do you think it means? Let me take a quick look at my griffonage here. That's the word. Griffonage. Thank you to Patrick Feaster, who I found griffonage.com, and .com is spelled .com. Like it's a whole thing, but it's a whole blog thing. But in his website, he has the history of griffonage. So thank you, Patrick Feaster, for all this information that I'm now using to ask you guys, what do you think griffonage means?
I'm too devastated by the trip down. Like, I'm still hung up on
DJ Starkman is mourning his childhood right now. He's having a crisis, like Knuckle Bones, Crazy Bones, or Pogs. Which do I like more?
Griffonage sounds like a Pog name, like or Crazy Bones.
I know what this is.
I play griffonage.
I know what this is.
All right.
Oh.
It's an orphanage for griffons.
Oh, yeah,
it's so clear. It's built into the word.
It is. Nailed it.
Griffonage.
All right, you guys, just for fun, DJ, yeah.
Griffonage. I think griffonage is like, it's like the letters on a stone tablet. It's like the actual, like instead of being like, oh, this is my cursive, this is my griffonage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I like that.
Like Moses had a lot of griffonage.
Yeah, 3.
You mean God? You mean God had griffonage? Yeah. Moses didn't write that.
That burning bush, was was that? No, so okay. We got. How do I want to play this? How do I want to play this on giving you guys a history? You're not far off.
Who, me or him?
I'm not telling who. No, DJ Starkman is actually, he's on the right track.
Wow.
But you're also on the right track.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So this was,
oh,
do you know French? Do you know any French at all?
ooh, a little bit.
He just sounds like,
Oui.
if I throw a French accent on my French, then yes, I do know French.
I don't know Griffonage.
Griffonage.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. Do you know, like, you sound like you know French? Then yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. The word griffonage. Does that ring any bells?
Yep.
Okay.
This sounds like some sort of military thing now.
Okay. We're gonna take a step back.
Oh, I think I almost know what it is now.
Okay.
We're gonna take a step back here before French. We're gonna go to German. Greif. Griffe. Greif. Griffe. Anything used for gripping.
That's just when you're really drunk and you're trying to give me the grapes. Not the grapes, the red grapes.
The red grape. Oh wait, no, that's like Scottish. I'm getting my whole Europe confused.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Linguistically, yeah.
All our accents are totally
Not
muddling.
that I have any. But yeah, so it was Greif was an old German word. This is back like let's go 18th century.
Okay.
As a
Let's.
gripping, and then it was borrowed to French with a meaning of claw or talon.
Ooh, okay.
So you guys got anything?
Claw or talon or clench? Was it clench?
No,
Gripping, yeah.
Gripping.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I
went first last time, man.
Oh, let me hit you with this.
All right.
And then, so we have Greif, and then, so when it went to France, the French suffix of honneur, O-N-N-E-R,
Oh, man.
2 N's. Griffonage is to claw or to scratch.
Yep.
So
I got this.
Yeah.
To claw or to scratch?
But griffonage, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Can you use it in a
griffonage is an English word, though, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
English. I think griffonage. Well, like griffonaire, I think is like a is like somebody who like a scribe.
Okay.
Because like you said, I was going with the chisel reference.
Yeah.
Trying to taper now. So like I think like griffonaire would be a scribe, a grife to gripe your pen or grip your pen, and then so griffonage would be like writing tools.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be your chisels at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nick?
It'd be your chisels.
Griffonaire.
Mm-hmm. Griffonage.
Go with-
Griffonage.
So
Griffonage.
instead of an orphanage for griffins, it's definitely where griffins go. It's a military academy. It's like a griffonaire. Like when you graduate from a griffonage, you would be a griffonaire.
Yeah.
So that's where they got the root word griffonage.
And then when your parents are griffins, you're a griffonaire as well.
You're
in
an
that
heir.
sense.
Or if you just own a lot of griffins, you're a griffonaire.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos ain't got nothing. I'm a griffonaire. Jeff Bezos ain't a griffonaire.
Well, one of you is getting closer, but I like both guesses. So
Give me a chance. Give me one more chance.
Yeah, I'll get you.
Okay, I think you want to give me one more clue?
Oh yeah, I got another note card.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So go for it.
So earliest usage is connected with mythical creature griffin or griffin.
What?
Yeah. So griffin is just spelled Grifffonage, and then griffin as we know it, the mythical creature Gr.
This is like the lizards.
Y
isn't it?
He
P-H-O-N.
perfunked us on that, dude.
This is like cliquing with the lizards. Like
It totally is the lizard monsters.
It is. I was right the whole time. I'm telling you. No, so yeah, griffin. If you're unaware, it is a mix of an eagle and a lion.
okay.
So just so you know, but back in 1585, Nicolas de Chaulier, someone correct me on that one, de Chauliers, as the American would say.
Yeah.
But he used it first in one of his matinees. It's plays. It's one of their plays. Okay.
Matineers.
Mythonaise.
So he used this in conjunction with the word harpies, as with another mythical winged creature. This is just kind of a reference of what he used it in, back in the 16th century, in the 1500s.
Yeah.
But then it kind of got played on over, plays and stories. It was mixed in there. Okay, we got that. Then the word griffiere Greffier, sorry, Greffier, a town clerk, someone who writes a lot, huh? That comes into play. But originally, it meant a stylus used for writing in wax. Oh, man, you're hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah.
That DJ Stark
so close. It's definitely the person at the griffonage that checks people in.
Yeah.
But it is a griffin. So the griffin who writes.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's your name?
Yeah, okay.
Nailing it. Like, it's all. So, and then there's a Latin word, graphium, that throw that in there. Graphite, all that kind of stuff. Mix that in there. We got, one more thing to throw a wrench into it. There's also breeds of dogs that are thrown in, griffins that kind of got in this whole mess.
I think he's lying to us because he said he brought up the mythological griffins. Then it was wax. Then it's dogs.
So this is the dog, half griffin art teacher at an orphanage for griffins that is teaching everybody how to engrave in wax. That's what this really is.
Joke's on you. It's candles. What?
All right. So now
final guesses.
I went first. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do a pivot. Should I pivot? Am I getting warmer or colder?
When you talked about someone writing, you were getting warmer.
Okay, so it's the guy at the front desk of an orphanage for griffins. No, it's I'm gonna guess that it is griffonage is any writing written with a pencil, scratch, chicken scratch. It's like chicken scratch with a pencil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. All right, so I'm going to the orphanage side.
You flipped me.
I'm flipped. No, that's a good guess because it's like you're scratching something.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. I don't know. I think griffonage is either like I'm sticking with writing tools. Screw it.
Okay.
I'm out. Yep.
All right. This one's going to help you. So griffonaire also meant to claw or scratch, but also to scribble or scrawl. Yes, the illegible.
Coming in the last minute.
Illegible. So what griffonage means, or griffonage means, careless or illegible handwriting. So you were right from the beginning at the Griffin orphanage. The person checking people in, just scribbling names down, writing down schedules. It was all just a bunch of griffonage, and that's why the final hint was my note cards. And I said, I'm going to look at this griffonage.
So, like, we couldn't read your griffonage.
Yeah. No, actually, I think I have decent. Nah, okay. But yeah, that's griffonage. Illegible handwriting.
Illegible handwriting.
Yeah. Not illegible. Illegible.
Eligible handwriting.
Eligible, yeah. Ineligible.
In the 21st draft of the Etymology Olympics, we have...
Not me, 'cause I can't read.
I love how you come Hussein Bolton in from the back, just like I'm up here, like, oh yeah, I'm on a track, and you're like, orphanage has got it.
Hussein Bolt?
Chicken scratch.
Usain Bolt.
Hussein.
You saying? He's saying?
He's saying.
Hussein.
It was. I was building it the whole time. Just like
you
weaving
did.
the story, weaving the whole story. So, do people use this word? Do you use this word regularly?
I use it all the time since 4 p.m. today. No, it's I guess it's used more in stories and stuff. And there's some like companies. There's like Griffonage Productions or something out there, or like stuff like that. Like
our stories are completely ineligible, and they're also unintelligible. And what is the other word that you used?
Illegible.
Illegible. Illegible. There's a lot of ledges on this show. I might jump off one by the end of it.
So if you think like, where would you see that? You'd probably see it in a doctor's office. They got some griffonage right there.
Yeah.
Chicken scratch.
Big time.
Writing that down. Boom. Oh, wait. I came back.
All right,
Throw it again. Good. All right, I'm gonna use this one because my handwriting's not too great. But it's really nice when you don't have to write any words and just use pictures, like in memes, because let me pull up my phone. I'd have to go get it, but I'll pull out my imaginary phone. Got to check the memes. Oh, look at that. The magic of the Velocity Chaos podcast. Ah, yes, these are wonderful memes. I get my memes personally curated and sent to me by Meme Gene. Meme Gene is a meme cultivator that curates a cornucopia of memes that you are guaranteed to enjoy. When you sign up for Meme Gene, you will set up your profile, send in your DNA, and then wait for it. With that information, Meme Gene will analyze and judge you and then send you only the best memes that you are sure to be satisfied for by 4 hours or seconds. It's up to you. Whatever you want, however long you're on the phone doom scrolling, you can choose the frequency at which Meme Gene sends you memes as well. So now instead of your friends who think they are meme queens or kings sending you hundreds of unwanted memes, you can now block them and just enjoy Meme Gene. Sign up for Meme Gene using code VCMeme for your first 69 memes for free. This is not an actual product service idea. Or just in case you thought it was, it's not. If there is something out there with the same name, we are unaware, have no affiliation, offer no judgment on the actual product service idea. Heck yeah. All right, we're doing a classic on the Velocity Chaos podcast based on a true story. This is a segment where Luke and I are avid screenwriters, filmmakers, extraordinaires, and we are going to pitch a film live and off the cuff, but based on a true story, to the one and only DJ, producer, man, Star Command. So we are here on the C deck. We are here in his office that he likes to call the C deck, and he's got his beautiful, wonderful command center all laid out to take our pitch. Are you ready for this one, Luke?
I've been ready for months to get this one out to some producer somewhere.
Good. Great to meet you, producer Star Command. It's an honor to meet you, sir. Your work speaks for itself. We're just so happy to be here.
Yeah, guys. Well, I'm glad. Welcome to my command station. You know, I really want this story to go to infinity and beyond.
Good. Well, we wanted to as well, and it is out of this world because we have a true story for you. It is based on a real life event, and we're just going to give you the log line. The log line is a mysterious flying spiral above Hawaiian night sky, likely caused by SpaceX launch.
Did you say space?
I did. This part of our story. Isn't this perfect?
Okay.
It's like serendipitous. Yeah.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be cosmically aligned. So you want to take it away? You want me to go?
Yeah. So Star Command, I want you to feel this one here. You're on the beach at a luau, a leaky waka waka woo. You know, the waves gently rolling in, the fire crackling, the pig roasting on the spit, the lei being placed over your head. But, you know, not you. We have our main character. Kumiko
should be something different.
Okay. Reginald.
Should be something different.
Yeah, we use that one. I think that's one of our go-tos.
It's our favorite name.
Yeah. Lue.
Okay.
Yeah, so Lue is, he's going. This is actually his first time in Hawaii, and he's, he got invited to this luau, and he is, just enjoying the night. He, sees some pretty ladies. He's got a nice piece of hog that he's getting to chomp on fresh from the fire. Oh, it's all great happening, and they're looking at all the new constellations that they're seeing out here, and what do you think's happening out there in the night sky? They see. That's different. That's not your normal constellations happening because above the big volcano of Hawaii, the one that's down there, that we have it in our notes, but might not have the actual name of it right now. But above the volcano, a spiral begins to form in the night sky. This green tinge of light is swirling.
And so this is exciting because it is revealed as Lue, is solo. All these couples are around him in Hawaii, this beautiful location, and he's alone. But when he sees the spiral, he jumps into action and he immediately calls the Western observatory on the west coast of the United States, and it's his partner up there, Chip Manley.
Should be something different.
Chip Gurley.
Should be something different.
Chip Momley. It's Chip Momley. He's a Scotsman, and no, I'm just kidding. He's not from Scotland. We don't like to do accents in our movies. Everyone's American, and so So Chip Momley is calling him frantic, and he's like, Louie, you have to get up to Seattle like right away. The most cloudy place in the United States, but it has the best view of this new spiral in the sky. And it's only because the latitude and the longitude is just so perfect, and they can only see it at certain times of day. So they're racing against the clock. For Louie, it's his first action scene, like driving through Hawaii, like avoiding all the homeless people, and he's like, getting to the airport,
avoiding something different.
He's avoiding all the tourists. He's avoiding
something different.
He's avoiding all the feral cats that have infiltrated Hawaii, but he has to sacrifice a few because they're feral cats. So he runs over a couple with his cool Jeep and ends up at the airport, flies. You see the little cool map thing where he just goes bloop, 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 and he's flying over and he's up into Seattle. But he has to take like 5 layovers because, he booked the tickets last minute. So anyway, he's in Seattle, and the need is, because he's an astronomer, he calls him and Chip Momley are essentially just, their need is like, the president freaking calls him. It's just like, we must know what is going on in the sky. And so they're just like, okay, got it. And so they're working on it, and they just realize that the only freaking way to figure it out is just to they have to get up above the clouds because they missed their window because he had a layover in LAX, and it just totally boned him. So they have to fly up above the clouds in Seattle with a giant telescope strapped to their airplane.
Should be something different.
Can't be a helicopter.
Should be something different.
To their uniquely designed Chip Momley patented hovercraft that can fly really high and stabilize. It's basically like this new piece of technology. Like these scientists are just so advanced these days. Anti-gravity. So they're planning a trip to go up above the clouds in Seattle, the cloudiest part of the United States, to see up into this spiral.
And they're up there above the clouds, and it's quiet for a moment. They get this has been a rough 16 hours for Louie and Chip, frantically going. So they get up here, get a moment of silence and a moment of quiet. And as they're flying, they actually start noticing, they look out over the horizon of the Pacific Ocean, and they start noticing that there are other volcanoes that have spirals above them as well. So now not only do they have this one over Hawaii that they were originally going to, looks like the biggest one, so that's what they're going to keep going for, but they've noticed a few others kind of popping up in the distance. So they're flying out there, and Chip's like, wow, Louie, I don't know what we got ourselves into. And Louie's just, we don't do it for the fame, Chip. We do it for the right reasons.
Says something different.
He says, Chip, you know what? If we didn't want to discover something great, we wouldn't have got into this business.
He says something different.
I'm going to ask one of my friends. We had some people write in, help us write for these this script. So I'm going to see.
We're crowdsourcing this movie a little bit.
A lot of us wrote this one, so I'm going to see if one of our friends can help us out here. He says, people say I'm indecisive, Chip, but I don't know about that. Maybe you pick which one we go to. So then Chip's like, yeah, let's just go towards the big one. This is, oh no, my stabilizers are going out of control. All my knobs are out of whack. And you can see inside the cockpit of his, flotation sphere aircraft, that things are just wee, 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 and then just knobs flying everywhere, pressure gauges going up and down. They don't know what's happening right now as they get closer, and they're actually getting sucked towards the spiral in the sky over the volcano.
So essentially, they are being pulled towards the main volcano, and as the instruments are going, Chip's frantically trying to fix everything, and Louie's doing last minute calculations and realizing that this one big volcano is in the center of like a cool constellation of other spirals out over the Pacific. And as they get pulled towards the spiral, the ship like shorts out, the hovercraft, and they start going down, and they think they're going all the way down, but in a really weird twist of events, they like are falling. They're like holding on to each other, and they're just like screaming. They're like, I love you, man. I love you too, man. And he's like, I knew you were my best friend, man. I know. And then like just above all the din, you hear Chip Manley scream. He just opens up his lungs and he just says, "Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I wouldn't want to wake up next to a lady pipe fitter. That was written by Rich M. And
yeah. So Chip, he's like, that's like the last thing you need to get off his chest before he thinks he's gonna die. And they're flying in, and as they're getting sucked in, they realize that they're coming into like a space station of some sort of station. Like there's workers and everything, and there's like a dock, and they get sucked in, and they see another rocket being built on like a platform, and they're getting sucked in and lowered down. They got some guys waving those stupid batons like with the glowing orange things, and some lights blinking, whatever, all that good stuff. But yeah, they get sucked down, and they find out that this is some sort of, they see on the side SpaceX of the ship, and they are getting ready to launch, and they get out and they say, "What are you guys doing here?"
They should say something different.
"We finally got them here, boys. It took us long enough, but they're here." And then so Lue and Chip step out of their aircraft, and everyone's cheering like, "Yeah, yeah, they're here finally. We can launch this bad boy." And they're like, "Launch this bad boy? What?" And so yeah.
So I can tell you're on the edge of your seat. I can tell you're like whipping back and forth. It's good. We're all really engaged. So essentially, Elon Musk comes out of these giant double doors, like these giant metal double doors, and he's holding an apple in his hand.
It should be something different.
He's holding a mace in his hand.
It should be something different.
He's holding a bunny rabbit in his hand. And he's just petting it, and he's just, I'm glad you guys are here. And he's like, "Let me show you something very cool." And so they go over to this sick, like tricked out, like HQ room, and he's just like, "You guys are the best of the best." And they're like, "Yes, we know." "Wait, what?" And he's like, "We've been watching you for some time now. And we have been observing your Twitter accounts, and we know that you two are the most capable for this job." And so essentially, like, Elon Musk just like shows him that right above Earth, above like this constellation, is like this crazy brigade of like alien warships. And SpaceX, even though it's looked like they were building the Tesla, even though like they like looked like they were just launching into space and just competing with Jeff Bezos, really they've been mounting this like automated Ender's Game type like launch of a main rocket piloted only by 2 humans, because it can only be 2 for some reason, because of science.
Yep.
And then all these automated
and
rocket and plot,
yeah.
And all these rocket ships that fly like they're like wing robots with like the 2 human pilots, and they basically got to go up into space, and they got to fight this unknown alien threat. And Elon just like, he looks him dead in the eye, and he's just like, "This is of the utmost thing importance." And I just want to say to you guys, and this, we really pulled a lot of lines for this one. We really, went out there, and Elon just looks him dead in the eye and says, "Make love, not war. And by the looks of you, you don't look like you could do much of either."
Yeah.
Ron R.
Yeah.
We just wanted to reiterate that like aliens are not bad. Don't make love to the aliens. Like they are pretty much the best that we have to offer is nothing in comparison to what this alien threat is. Yeah.
We don't want to fight them, but we probably shouldn't breed with them yet. So that's why we're sending you, because you guys, you're good flyers, but I know you're not fighters. So I need you guys to get on that ship right now for humanity's sake and for intelligence. We're gathering intelligence here. That's what this whole operation is about. And he's like, "Well, can we tell the president?" He's like, "Don't tell the president. It's not important. What's important is right now." Oh, sorry. It was chic European metrosexual Elon Musk. It's not important what you're doing for the president. It is important that you get on this ship right now. And you get out there and meet these aliens. So Chip and Lue get on the ship, and he's like, "Well, Chip, you ready for one more giddy up on this bad boy?" And Chip's like, "Yeah, buddy, let's do it." So hop on the ship. They shoot off.
But there's this really great scene where Elon comes. Oh, one more thing, and he puts the bunny in like this hamster wheel, and he's like, secret to SpaceX, bunny power. Good luck. And he leaves.
And they get slingshotted up through like these coils. The spiral actually like starts wrapping around the space rocket and like just grabbing on, and you just see it like more and more. It's like a spring almost getting like wrapped around, and all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, not a flash of light almost, they just get sucked out, and anyone's there can't see it happen because they get shot out so fast. You could do a shot from inside, like face gets pulled back, like and hits the seat, like looks like wax for a moment, just for a second. Their skull shows. Anyways, they're out there in space, and before you know it, they can start seeing this big alien spaceship. Just mother of all, looks like a giant pumpkin. Actually,
looks like something different.
It looks like a coiled turd.
Looks like something different.
It looks like a giant bunny rabbit with big teeth and sharp pointy ears. And that's what Elon, he knows. He's already been in some communication. He's already stolen some communication or information from them. That's why he knows about bunny power. But yeah, he gets, and they see these rabbits, and they look around, and there's like a bag of carrots inside, like those little baby bag of carrots. And they put it in the tray and it says eject carrots on the thing. And you push the button and just sends them out there, and and then they hear a voice coming from the big rabbit spaceship, and it says, well, actually, let me tell you what it says. He's really happy about this line. He says, "So dumb he can't fart and chew gum at the same time." that was from Lyndon J. Yeah, that's what the big rabbit thing says, and he's looking right at Lue, and it's like, shit, damn, how did he know I have trouble chewing gum and farting at the same time?
And
they know more.
Then the like a clearly like a weapon of some kind like starts to like fire up, like it's gonna shoot at him, and like Chip's like, you got to reply to him. And so Lue just like leans up to the intercom and just goes, click, thank you. And then the gun just like deactivates and like it's like put back in the portal. An arm comes out of the spaceship and grabs it's a huge hand, just like grabs a little bucket of carrots and like pulls it in. And the big bunny ship says, just prepare to be boarded. And essentially the tractor beam like fires out, pulls their ship in, like they get kind of the bunny mouth opens up and their little ship gets pulled in, and like Lue picks up the bunny, and they're just like, he's like, well, out of the frying pan, out of the volcano into the fire. And so they end up in the mouth of the ship, and like you hear clanking and bolts being drilled on the bulkhead door of their spaceship, and they're just like preparing. They got no weapons, but they're like protecting the bunny. And Lue's just like, don't worry, Chip, don't worry, bunny, I'll protect you guys. And he hands the bunny to Chip. He's like, I'll sacrifice myself, don't worry, bunny. And the bunny's just like looking up at him like with these giant like blank unknowing eyes, and just the nose is wiggling, and maybe a little misting of like a tear, maybe, right? And then the bolts come off, and these stormtrooper like things come in, and they're just like, prepare to meet your maker. And all these aliens is implied like learned English from like watching satellite signals from like, scattered network signals from Fox News, like just, and but then all of a sudden, Bunny hops out of Chip's arm and is like, wait, like he like stands up on his hind legs and he's like, wait, like this guy was going to sacrifice himself. Like humans do care. And Bunny has been intelligent this whole time. And they take him into a conference room with the stormtroopers. And essentially Bunny explains that like rabbits have been like they were like what planted the Mayans here and helped build the pyramids, and like all the rabbits in the world were just seeing if they could like coexist. That's why they populated so much. And finally the lead stormtrooper like takes their helmet off, and it's like this like smoke show of like a Lola Bunny lookalike. And she's just like, well, then maybe we can coexist with humans.
She says something different.
Looks like we're bumping and thumping. All right.
Something different.
The Lola Bunny character is just like, you know, time to make a new species come to life. And essentially, you know, Louis just like, we can't. Elon said we can't.
Yeah. Chip was like, Louis, I'll take it. I'll take take one for the team on this one. And then Louis was like, no, we can't. Chip, we can't. We're not, you know, remember Elon said, don't make love or war because, you know, that's why he sent us. Remember, Chip.
And then another stormtrooper takes her helmet off and she looks like another Lola Bunny, just, you know, with black fur. And that's it.
Yep.
That's like
we fade to black, you know, something. And, you know, we you know, here's some things, blah, blah, blah. Get some information. They get sent back home with like a bushel of carrots, maybe so like a bag of hay. Is that what bunnies sleep on?
Alfalfa.
Yeah, some alfalfa. And, you know, Louis is like, oh, thank you guys for all that information. We'll be sure to, you know, spread the love, and we'll send all the bunnies back home to you guys. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys setting up everything. And Chip's like, yeah, that was real swell. You know, hopefully this interspecies thing's come out all right. And you know, they get back on their bunny ship with their, you know, they're with their heads held high. You know, they you know, get to help populate the you know, next batch of bunny species out in the universe. At least that's what they're thinking right now.
Yeah, and Elon's like, you know, when they hand over these magical carrots to him, because it's implied there's some sort of science fiction behind the carrots. You know, he's just like, can I come with you? And like the bunnies are like, no. And so so Chip and Louis, you know, their Twitter profiles matched up perfectly. They end up getting on the spaceship, like Luke said, and they go and live another lifetime out in the cosmos with the bunnies.
Yeah. And that's the story of how there were no more bunnies on planet Earth.
Because they all get beamed up into the spaceship. We forgot to say that part. Like, there's just this cool, like, you know, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy moment where all these bunnies just get like airlifted up into outer space.
Space bunnies. Okay.
Space bunnies. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. So that's a great
Literally.
title. That's what we were thinking.
That's a great title.
Space bunnies.
We should have a backup. We should have a little.
Yeah, probably should.
Spiral in the Sky, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Spiral in the Sky. Maybe something different.
Sproing quack duck.
Something different. It should be something different.
Oh.
We were thinking of switching it up with some more like action and like just bumping and thumping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because we get a line in there, you know. It's like, because you love when they say the title of the film.
Yeah, like in the trailer.
Maybe this is a franchise deal. It'll repeat, like you know, Space Bunnies bumping and thumping.
Oh yeah, I like it. Let's brand it with the colon boom. Just title. Okay.
A hop in the sky.
Hop to the sky.
No, I like bumping and thumping.
Hop to the sky. What do we
skip to my Louis?
Yeah, I think that might be the sequel. Skip to my Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'll be the sequel. Well, I really like it. It's got a lot. I really like this space theme we got going on here.
Cool.
The bunnies. We'll work out the hot space bunnies, but we'll try maybe a little something different. But I don't know. I like this. I'd like to make a movie with you guys.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you.
That's great. We've been excited. Our writers, our co-writers are going to be so excited, and we're going to let them know they participate, frequently with us. So.
Forgot that first one was a GOB.
Geo's great.
Yeah.
Don't be a hero, mate. You look after your mates, and your mates will always look after you. Yeah, cheers.
Yes, cheers indeed, as we go down to Australia to visit our island continent for our news that we like to get from them each episode of the show. This is our Australian news segment where we just visit. And so I got something for you. It's sad. It is sad.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So we have a lady, 84 years old lady, versus an insurance company. She had a tree fell right on her house, split it down the middle, right in half. Eileen Moody was in her house having dinner, big storm rolling through, like a captain on a ship, unfazed, going down with the ship. House is shaking, the tables are sliding back and forth as she's eating her mac and cheese and whatever else they have in Australia.
Her Vegemite.
Vegemite, yeah, having a Vegemite dinner. And a tree comes falling down right in the middle of her house. Centimeters from Eileen Moody, 84-year-old. Centimeters away from nearly ending it all. And so her family files a claim with the insurance company, RAA, and they're like, they come out, assess it. Okay. Yeah, we'll give you half to rebuild this. And if you look at the pictures we'll post the link, but if you look at the pictures, this tree fell right through the middle. So yeah, maybe some of the outside walls might be standing, but they're like, yeah, you can still use those footer joints and stuff, and that's fine. Only about 5 windows got damaged, so we'll just give you half of this money to rebuild this. And so she's been in a retirement home or community for 18 months. This happened in June of 2021.
Ugh.
She's just been sitting in there like, no, you guys should just pay for the whole house. Like, we'll tear it down, and because no one's gonna want to take on that project of building the middle of a house, trying to join everything, and the concrete foundation's cracked and everything. It's
Go find a contractor and just say, hey, look, there's plenty of wood all over here. You just use the stuff you find about the place.
Just glue it together. It'll be fine.
So on top of this, 18 months of her going back and forth. Her city council is hitting her with a $500 fine because her grass is too high, and it's a fire hazard because they got those grass fires going through there. So if she doesn't cut her grass in 2 weeks, she's gonna get a $500 fine. She's not even there.
What?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm okay. So we've talked a lot about how much we like Australians on this segment, but I'm finding that these town councils are just a load of crap. Remember the one about the kids who built their treehouse in the backyard, and they're not zoned, and they tore it down with a backhoe in front of the kids. I mean, come on.
That's where the asshole Australians go. The ones who can't water ski and snowboard and fight kangaroos. The cool Australians, the ones who can't do that stuff. You're going to council, mate. You go handle the boring job.
You can't climb up a mountain on skis. You go to the council job.
I'll show you, assholes. So this was 2 weeks ago when I first saw this, but wait, we have a part 2 to this story.
What?
Just today, it was by some sheer dumb luck that they came out with a part 2 of this story. We have resolution.
Oh yeah.
They sent something to the news earlier this month, like, hey, this is what this company is doing. They're not paying for the news. Came out, made a whole thing about it. Now they're changing their tune a little bit. Eileen Moody is getting everything paid for.
All right, Australia! Yes.
Justice for Eileen.
Yep. Justice for Eileen.
Yes. Break up in the fastest for Eileen.
She might not have been leaning, but that tree definitely was. So yeah, they're gonna pay that full amount to have the home fully demolished and rebuilt. So,
Could you imagine being an insurance adjuster who's just like, no, we're not gonna pay it, and then just somebody comes in and is just like, you're wrong, and you're like, I knew that the whole time, but I'm just doing my job.
Yeah.
Especially in Australia. I mean, staring down 3 of Eileen's neighbors. She probably doesn't live around she probably lives around all the big blokes in the neighborhood, or standing there with their Fosters in one hand and their rattlesnake in the other. What do you mean you're not paying for Eileen girl's house? What do you mean get over here and fix the goddamn footer cables?
Well, that's probably it, because they think the houses are so far apart that no one's gonna see it, and no one's gonna call them on it. Yeah, because it's on the fringe of the outback. It's just people living so far apart in the country.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it. No, that's on part 2 of 2. For now, I think they were maybe just waiting to see if she died, like just to like.
And she's like, just to spite him, she's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna hang on tooth and nail.
Yeah, there was some. I think it was her son are talking like this really did a number on her. Just like, 'cause yeah, you're not in your own home.
Yeah.
So that's the sad part. It was like there needs to be some also payment for that of one being in this home. I mean that is part of insurance policies. Is
18 months.
yeah.
I was ready to make like VC Pod Justice for Eileen shit.
Yeah.
Like the moment we left here, I was like, I'm going on a crusade.
We're going.
They're like, Fig, they're gonna pay her. Yeah, but more.
Eileen's been wrong.
Yeah, what about those 18 months?
Bring it back. She's sleeping on an uncomfy mattress. I want a new one for that.
That just goes to show you that in life, if you wait long enough, good things can happen. Good things will happen. Out there in the world there's a lot of crazy stuff happening. A lot of bones flying about, rolling about, and someone might be egging you on. And you might be like, oh, I'm a little busy right now. Let's not get crazy bones on it. And, you don't want to wishbone too hard because, things might start happening where you're flying off into space and there's sexy space bunnies out there and they're giving you a real big carrot to take back home. And you're trying to, jot this down on your note card and you're just looking at a bunch of griffonage and it's clearly something that you can't see clearly because it's all chicken scratch. It's ineligible for the reading process. It's illegible, some might say. So, when you're out there in the world and, a tree falls on your house, hopefully it doesn't. Please, I'm sorry. I don't want that. I'm going to take those bad vibes out. I'm going to take that back. Let's just not have trees fall on houses. Unless you're not living in the house anymore and you're trying to get that insurance money and then you're just out there every day just blowing on the other side of your tree and no one's in there and everything. Like you just took everything out like that. Okay, let's play the game a little bit. Let's play the system. That's all it really is.
All right. This is our part of the show, the recommendation station, where we make sure that you guys leave with nothing less than a glowing recommendation from us. We recommend movies and TV shows and things in lifestyle and technology, all sorts of things. Today, I am recommending the book Range by David Epstein. It was published in 2019. By Riverhead Books. And essentially, this guy set out to write a book in response to Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers, which was that book that was like, if you spend 10,000 hours doing something, you become elite at it, and then you can become famous in like Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a book that I just recently finished. I really liked it. And this is for the outliers of the outliers. This is for the eclectic collectors, those people with wide ranges of experiences that they know make them unique. And over again, it has been shown that people with a wide range of skills and experience and essentially accomplishments are more adept at finding solutions and seeing problems from different angles because they might come in from a different side of things. So on and so forth. So
what they say, jack of all trades, master of none, but still better than a master of one.
There you go. They talk about that in the last couple chapters. No, it's good. I mean, it's like, that's what they say. They often leave that part out.
I saved you the last few chapters. You're welcome.
Yeah. But I was, Luke's always saying he's an ideas guy, right, DJ? I think this book is for him. He's got range.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an ideas guy.
Big ideas guy.
So that's it for episode 101. We are so thankful that you were here to join us with us. Thanks for rocking through the new format. We're polishing it up. We're going to continue to try to toss new stuff your way and continue to make this show the best that we can. Just want to thank DJ Star Command for being here with us and making it a good one.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. It's good to be in the new studio. Feels good trying it out in some new command center. So, hey, man, I'm excited for more episodes.
Very, very good. And guys, just keep it real out there. Have a good time. Tell your own story. And feel free to share it with us whenever possible. Luke, wrap it up.
And this is Luke signing off. Thank you, guys. If you didn't notice, it's a hexagonal table. Finally, we got hexagon table in the Hexapod Soundhouse. Look at that. Imagine that. That's nice. It's wonderful. But thank you guys. We're back. We're here. We're doing it. We're doing it. Everyone. And like we always say, when Elon sends you out into space, make sure you got your carrot ready. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We upload new episodes every Monday and Thursday. Be sure to subscribe and rate us on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Interact with us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod or on Facebook and YouTube at Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are grateful for your time and hope you enjoyed it here. Please tell a friend, and thank you once again.